I'm with Associate Professor of German, Sonja Boos, as she tells us about her current research. Sonja, what can you tell us about what you're studying?
Hi, so I'm currently looking at the historical emergence of neuroscience throughout the 19th century and the concurrent development of the form of the novel. So modern neuroscience really started around 1800 with the work of people like Franz Josef Gall in Vienna, who sought to systematically correlate brain structure with cognitive, motor, sensory functions. Of course, as a literary theorist, I'm not just interested in the kind of neurological work done, in the medical field, trying to analyze the brain organization, and in the process, of course, discovering a whole set of really fascinating neurological disorders like OCD or Korsakoff syndrome or aphasia and all that. I'm really looking at the ways in which this neurological research is shaped by by narrative forms and by representational modes of the novel. So I'm looking at sort of the ways in which. Sorry about how. Yeah.
It's okay. Can you continue and tell me about your next project after?
Yes. So sorry about that. So I'm really looking forward to expanding a new line of research that looks at sort of the cultural meanings of home movies. And with home movies, it's two things really. It's the genre of the father, right? The family patriarch who picks up a Super 8 camera and starts recording family scenes. But it's also in the 1980s this new kind of home movie emerges in the work of feminist filmmakers who do these interesting domestic amateur art films. Either way, both of these home movies are kind of very minor films in the sense that they present a very seemingly limited picture of a private event that the uninitiated viewer doesn't really recognize often, but that's what makes them so interesting, right? So they are between the documentary and the autobiographical modes, they're family dramas, and the meaning is really advanced in the label of memory and of projection. So I'm looking at these sort of subjective amateur interventions as a way of a filmic construction of memory and identity, female identity, really.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and for that little distraction.
Again, I apologize. Thank you so much.
Yeah.